Good morning, everybody. I've got a special guest with me here today. He actually is our marketing guy. I mean, he doesn't work for the Science of Success or Trinity or our Amazon business, any of those things that we do, but he works for us as a consultant. And this is Greg from
Web Stores Limited, and I really want to thank JT for asking me here to talk to him today about marketing and how I've been able to help his business and can maybe help your business as well.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
I'm glad you're here, Greg, because a lot of people, when we bring them in at the Science of Success, we coach, right? We coach you how to start a business, how to build a business, how to expand a business, how to sell a business, right? And what a lot of young entrepreneurs, or maybe not even young, but new into entrepreneurship, what they don't understand is you have to be seen, right? It's not about building a brick and mortar facility on a corner, high traffic, day one, you're gonna kill it, right? Because there's so much information out there now and so many better ways to drive traffic that doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's really, using that reference of a brick and mortar type of a facility, if you think about that may work in a physical location, people are driving by there, but in the case of someone that is on the internet, there are millions of websites out there. The chance of them just driving by your website are really, really low, and it's not going to happen. I actually heard this great story the other day about a guy named Joshua Bell that was doing this performance with his violin in the subway of Washington, D.C. And he's out there playing, and you know, over 1,000 people walked by this guy playing his violin, and he made $32.17 doing this. What people didn't know is that Joshua Bell is a world famous musician, and he was playing a $3.5 million violin that he had played just the week before at this concert where the tickets were over $100 a piece. All this traffic going by, and he made $32. So it's not just about traffic, it's about people knowing what's going on there. Now, if somebody had said, hey, Joshua Bell's having this free concert, you know, the place would have been packed, but instead it was just another street musician. And that's really what your website is like. You know, you may get lots of traffic there, but if people don't know what it is that you're talking about, it's not going to help.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that analogy, Greg. And what it's about too is, and you've said this before on some of your other videos, at least one other that I've seen today even, was people do business with people they like, know, and trust, right?
Exactly.
Amazon is massive. And people trust Amazon. They're Prime members, right? And they click the button and they know in 2 days they're going to get the product they ordered. It's going to be in the condition they expected, because that's the reputation that Amazon has built, and that's why they're so effective. So when you're building someone like my website, and you haven't done that yet, but you're driving traffic and stuff to our different marketing. And when you're doing that, when you're building somebody's website, is that what you're trying to do? Get people who see it to instantly have a little bit of trust?
Absolutely, because it is a know, like, and trust factor. And one of the reasons why people trust Amazon is because they're totally upfront about everything they do. They, you know, have these customer reviews out there, and if somebody says, "Oh, this product sucks, I really didn't like it," Amazon doesn't take that down. They go ahead and show the world that, hey, this person had a bad experience with that product. And that builds a trust factor in there. You need to have that, but I don't know how many people have had an experience with Amazon, but I know that I've actually had some products that maybe didn't live up to my expectations. I had a product that was broken recently, a keyboard. I called up their customer support. They sent me a brand new keyboard, no questions asked. You want me to return the old one? No, throw it away. You know, that obviously starts to build a lot of trust when you treat people in that fashion as well. So, yeah, your website absolutely needs to portray that level of trust with people, because, as we just said, people are driving by, and if you're just another website out there, that's not gonna help.
Yeah, you make that $32 and they just drive right on by, right? They throw $1 at you. If you want them to throw Benjamins at you, which I'm guessing you do, you want somebody like Greg to actually design that sort of look and feel for you, and that system that not only catches their eye when they're driving by, but hooks a little thing to their bumper as they fly on by, right?
Yeah, and there's a number of things that obviously contribute to that. One is something that looks good, but you don't just want something to look good. You want it to actually have the functionality behind there to do the things that you want it to do. And that may be, putting a cookie on somebody's site so that you can get back to them because they visited your site in the first place.
Yeah, and I know that there's a lot of antivirus and spyware and things like that. And I'm not a technical guy, so don't fault me for saying something wrong here, but there's a lot of negative connotation with those cookies. But again, and I've said this before in previous interviews that we've done together, is those cookies actually track what it is I'm doing. And so, sometimes I might go in and I check something out, and I really want to buy it. I sincerely want to buy it, and then I get distracted. And then,
right.
Maybe I go back on later that afternoon, and I'm like, shoot, what was that site? And all of a sudden this ad pops up. And it's from that site and it has to do with that, and I click on it and it takes me right there, and boom, I buy it. And I appreciate that. I sort of have a sense of loyalty, which it seems to be lost a lot on people these days. But, I was committed to buying, and I got distracted, and then that ad brought me back. That's a good thing. I see that as a good thing.
It is,
like
and cookies could be used for spyware, and that is a concern. Not only spyware, but like you said, viruses and stuff. Cookies don't usually transmit viruses, but they can transmit spyware. And internet security is a big issue for everybody, and that's actually another thing that when we're doing a website for somebody, that's one of the big things that we do right up front is we put security extensions in place to make sure that somebody can't hack into the website. It's really embarrassing for a company if you've got your website out there and all of a sudden inappropriate stuff starts to appear on your website because of the fact that somebody hacked in. That's not a good thing for your business.
So you learn something new every day, folks. See, Greg, I thought he was just the beauty guy. He makes it look real good. He drives a lot of traffic to it, but he's a little bit of the brawn too. He puts a little strength behind it. That's good to know.
Yep.
That's good to know. Well, Greg, the only thing I would say is if you're watching this video and you think you need Greg or somebody like Greg who can really expand your reach, right? So Bob Proctor, when he talks about in the Science of Getting Rich, expanding your reach, getting rich and expanding your reach is a part of life. And if you've got something of value, which you do, that's why you started your business, okay? So don't question that. You have something of value, that's why you started the business. Then let's get it to as many people as we can. And hiring somebody like Greg to spread your word, spread your message, spread your brand, create your brand. Whatever position you're in right now, that it's invaluable, and it can be the difference between closing your doors and giving up on your dream, or actually affecting a lot of people because your business is bringing value, and that's why you started it.
I was talking to this lady yesterday and looking at her website, and it was a good website actually, but it didn't have kind of what you were just talking about there, the passion for business behind it. And that website could have been so much more effective if she had just put her passion, showing that on her website as to why she was in business in the first place. She did have a lot of good things to offer, but that was not coming through. And whether that be on your website or in your advertisements or whatever, let your customers know about your passion and why you're doing this.
Absolutely, man. I know a lot of athletes, especially who I work with a lot, they don't like to wear their heart on their sleeve and be vulnerable because that's shown as a sign of weakness when you're in sports. But I tell you what, man, if you can be vulnerable, put yourself out there, have somebody like Greg who knows how to present your passion, you know, then you don't have that. Somebody comes to that website and they feel like they know you.
Yeah.
Right? And once they know you, they start to like you. And when they start to like you, they start to trust you.
And then they might even buy from you.
And then they buy from you, or they buy your service, and it ends up creating value in their life, and which is what you want them to do in the first place. So that's fantastic. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
Thanks for coming, Greg. I
You bet.
appreciate it.